Hello, I'm Lorne Liechty, County Commissioner for Precinct 3 here in Rockwall County, and I want to give you an update on what's going on with roads in our precinct. Now, this will be focused primarily on Precinct 3, although we work together as a County Commissioners Court here, and I am excited to say that all of our commissioners and our judge are on board with building and improving our road system. But we're going to focus on Precinct 3. You know, when I was elected, one of the first questions I asked is, what was done with the bond money from our Trip 21 bond program that the voters approved in November of 2021? And after discussing it with the judge and the other commissioners in court, we all decided we needed to get moving because, unfortunately, from that issuance, there had been no money issued yet. So in February of this year, we issued the first $50 million of those bonds. This is what our citizens want us to do, and as anyone who's watched me on the Commissioner's Court would know, I just want to build roads. So let's talk about what's going on in Precinct 3. First, a little sidetrack, we're going to talk about two projects that are not Trip 21 bond fund projects, but which affect our precinct significantly. First is FM 549 from 276 down to 205. Now, those of you that are familiar with that know that there's a jog where you connect to 205, then you go south on 205, and then you go west again on 549. Well, that project has been underway long before I was on Commissioner's Court, but the county completed all its work on that project in November of 2024, and just in this last spring, we heard from TxDOT that they were ready to go ahead with the funding of it. The funding of that, the total project cost is about $52.5 million, but the actual construction cost, what they got started with June 1st, I think is about $29.8 million. That project started June 1st, and it's going to be finished in the summer of 2029. So that's the first off Trip 21 project. The second one is Terry Lane. Back in 2022, funds were set aside by the Commissioner's Court to improve Terry Lane in Heath. For those of you that had driven it, you knew that road was in really bad shape. And this money had been set aside again back in 2022 before I was on the court. But when I got on the court, I started working with the city of Heath. We've got a great working relationship with them, and we gave them the money. Again, our Commissioner's Court was 100% behind this. We gave them the money, and they have now completed the repairs of Terry Lane. So if you want to drive on a much better road down to Terry Park, get on it and do it. There's still about almost $500,000, not quite, that still remains of the funds that were set aside. And I think those will be used in the very near future to build a walkway adjacent to Terry Lane where the road work was done. Okay, now let's talk about our Trip 21 projects. And I'm going to give you 6 projects that affect Precinct 3. First of all, Horizon Road. Now, this is a project that affects both Precinct 2 and Precinct 3. It actually, the work starting, I'll let our commissioner from Precinct 2 explain what's going on down by Lakeside Village. But the part of Horizon from Tubbs Road to 549 in Heath is money's being spent from the Trip 21 bond funds, and we're starting our engineering and work on that very soon, I hope. Second, FM 550. Now, this is just north of the intersection of 550 and 205. Again, this was an ongoing project with TxDOT. But we took another $300,000 plus from our Trip 21 funds because we wanted to make the curves a little bit smoother to the north of 205 there, and that required some extra engineering money, so we're putting in about a little over $300,000 in that from the Trip 21 funds. Edwards Road, I'm real excited about Edwards Road. For those of you that are familiar with it, Edwards Road runs through the county and through the city of McLendon-Chisholm, and it's kind of split into 3 sections, with the 2 outside sections under county maintenance and the middle section under the maintenance of the city of McLendon-Chisholm. We've been working with McLendon-Chisholm. Again, they've been a great partner. We've got a great working relationship with them, and they have completed the middle section, and we will soon begin working on the 2 exterior sections from League Road to 548 and from Benedetto to 550, and we will improve those to make them good, solid concrete roads. The total cost we're expending from county money on that is about $8.95 million, just under $9 million to get that going. And it's really going to be important because in the future, and we don't know exactly when yet, but in the future when the work starts to expand Highway 205, this will provide an alternate route that'll relieve some of that traffic there. So really excited about the Edwards Road work. Poetry Road. This is a road that is in the southeastern part of our county. There's been a lot of development down there. Some of you may be familiar with the Wildwood development that was built just off Poetry Road by D.R. Horton. Been a lot of people moving into that area, and we really needed to do something about Poetry Road. So we took $2 million from these Trip 21 funds, and we're going to use those to rehabilitate and repair and improve Poetry Road. So that's a great thing. 549, we talked earlier about 549 from 276 to 205. This is 549 in the city of Heath from 740 all the way to 205, and we've started working on that. I think the judge is going to tell you more about that in his project, but I am really excited about this because this is something we've been talking about getting done since back in 2008 when I was on the city council in Heath and worked on the road consortium. So I was really excited that we are now able to actually get it going and start spending county money on that. Very important project. And we took $3.28 million from our Trip 21 project for that. Last Trip 21 project I want to talk to you about is widening 740 from Hubbard Drive in Heath all the way to the Kaufman County line. Back when I was mayor of Heath, we widened 740 on the north side of Heath. That took us to the city limits of Rockwall. And this now will take it from where it's 4 lanes and the road turns south. We'll be widening that all the way down to Kaufman County. Now this is a TxDOT project, but we are spending county money to do the engineering on it. We'll spend over $3 million to do that, and that'll get the engineering going. Again, we've been working with the city of Heath. There was a lot of concern about whether or not we would be shifting the location of the road, and we worked with the city to make sure that we were going to have a project that the city was happy with and that the citizens of Heath were happy with, and I think we've worked through all that. Again, Heath's been a great partner on this. Anybody from Heath that's listening, thank you so much for working with us, but we're real excited about getting that done. In closing, I hope you can tell I'm excited that we're building roads. It's really important. You know, when I was mayor of Heath over 10 years ago now, one of the first things I did is I said, let's figure out what we can do to improve roads. And we issued bonds, and we had, I think, 18 projects, and it was fabulous, and the people were all excited about it. People are excited that we're starting to address and improve roads here in Rockwall County and through our county projects also. So I'm really excited about that. If you have any questions, you can call me. My office number is 972-204-6030, or my mobile number is 214-288-2854. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to build roads. I'm here to make Rockwall County great again. Thank you so much.